It's okay. Off your mic. It's okay. Off your mic.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go sama us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego diary politico, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego diary politico, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my yegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my yegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my yegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo. My yegun don't come, oh, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo. My yegun don't come, oh, yo. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary Nayibi number one. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary Nayibi number one. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun diary Nayibi number one. Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube. Mayegun diary Nayibi number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun diary Nayibi number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary Nayibi number one. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun diary Nayibi number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary Nayibi number one. Mayegun diary politico. Mayegun diary Nayibi number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun diary Nayibi number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun diary Nayibi number one. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary Nayibi number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Mayegun máa wí. sọ́ra jù. Ijó ìgbádùn yẹ. Ayé sọ́ra jù. Presido bá rúfin o. Ayé sọ́ra jù.
Hello, dear brethren. So good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. It is Mayegun live. Thank you for joining me. Remember, after reading the caption of the broadcast, read the description of the broadcast as well. Like it, share it. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends. Tell them to join us, the Mayegun today. And thank you if you have done that already. So tonight, we are delving into Wike's face-off. This time, not just with Fubara. It is now with the National Secretary of the APC, Senator Ajibola Bashir. Last year, when Fubara decamped to APC, Tinubu sent a delegation comprising of Ribadom, this Ajibola, and then a few others to go and welcome Fubara into APC. They presented him a membership card and they said he is the numero uno, the number one of APC in Rivers State. Wike is not comfortable with that. So when Wike returned back to Rivers State in what is now called his homecoming tour, Wike has been making different kinds of utterances, threats. The above one of his threats includes the repetition that they have made up their minds. They are not going to support Fubara for second term. This position contradicts what the delegation of APC did when they welcomed Fubara. Now that is where we're going to start from this evening. Wike has now fired shot, a direct one. Yesterday, he said some people were saying that Tinubu will call him to order and Fubara will get his second term. He reminded everyone then that if Fubara should get a second term, that will automatically bury the political careers of all of his supporters. And he, Wike, would never let that happen. Now again, in contrast to what the APC went to do in Rivers State. So this has now led to a further reaction where the National Secretary of APC is calling on Tinubu to sack Wike. And the honorable thing for Wike is for him to resign. How can you be in PDP and you are serving in APC government and then you are working to scuttle the APC for them? So it's, I think, like I said in the past, or in the recent past, things are about to really get interesting if you are paying attention. So this was Ajibola and a delegation to reassure Fubara of his secured second term.
And by the entrance of Governor Fubara to the APC, the South-South geopolitical zone made a first. That is the first zone that has all APC governors in the zone. So I congratulate our governor. I congratulate our party, because when the governor is doing well, it's symbol that our party is doing well. But the only way you can compensate the governor, compensate our party, people of Rivers State, is to continue to vote for our party, the APC, in all elections. APC, APC, and I know that in the fullness of time, in the general election coming, the vote for our party, the vote for our governor, the vote for our president will be very massive in Rivers State. Today, we have a president that is a detribalized Nigeria, a president that derobed himself of sentiment when it comes to addressing national issues. Even those who have not joined us in the APC, Mr. President maintained equity, fairness, and justice to all the subnationals. And what has happened in Nigeria today is that we have a president that wants Nigeria to develop. I was impressed for the fact that even today, Mr. Governor of Rivers State had to address a very important issue that will have a spectacular improvement on the revenue of the country, and that is the Ogoni question, addressing the need for oil exploration to resume back in Ogoni land. We will help our country and also help Rivers. Today, anybody that is standing aloof and has not joined the APC, maybe they are bidding their time. We are very sure that in the fullness of time, all the timber and caliber, all Iroko of political relevance in Nigeria will join my party, your party, the party of the governor of Rivers State, All Progressive Congress. I want to assure you that the party will create a level playing ground for everybody. Just as our leader, President Tinubu, said during the last NEC meeting, which all of us attended, we must create room for all of us to be accommodated. Even if you have a large room and your neighbor is staying outside, try to create a small space within that room. So it's a party that believes in tolerance, a party that believes in equity, and a party that believes in the wisdom of leadership to grant, to allow all of us to prosper under the broom which symbolizes unity, and of course, which will bring progress to our country. The project and
so that was supposed to be Tinubu's message, the message of everybody is welcome, because their own plan on how to return Tinubu in 2027 is that if all these governors joins APC, so, and they are all supporting Tinubu, so it would make it much easier, okay, to write results where they probably projected to have problems. And in that sense, it is a winning idea. So whatever anyone and everyone probably have against one another, they would have to make them secondary. That was Ajibola's message. But that's not Wike Wike's own agreement. Because according to Wike Wike, the agreement he himself, Fubara, signed with Tinubu was that Fubara will not run for second term. So running to APC is not going to save him. Because the idea, and there's something you also should pay attention to. Under Bokwari, when they say APC, people will respond, change. Do you remember that anymore? I don't think you do. I mean, when you see them all over the place, you see APC, their evil broom as their logo everywhere. Have you noticed that it is Tinubu's infinity logo that is now more or less like the APC logo? Have you noticed? Back then, when they say APC, people will respond and say, change. Now, if you say APC, people will respond, renewed hope. So practically, this is Tinubu's party. Do you understand? And everybody is on the queue, except with the Wike. Because to with the Wike, anybody coming to Rivers State should be careful, because Rivers State politics is completely different from the politics of the rest of Nigeria. In fact, in this 2027, they want to do rainbow coalition in Rivers State. The rainbow coalition is where you have PDP and APC together. You know, that was something that Wike succeeded in achieving by controlling both parties in the state. So this time, he brought them out. He brought them to stay, on stage to come and show to the rest of Nigerians that, listen, even Tinubu knows, agreement is agreement. When it comes to Rivers State, he, with the Wike, would decide what will happen. And they have decided Fubara is not getting a second term. Now, this is not like simply delivered. Listen to how Wike actually did it, which has now triggered further reactions. Interesting. He actually said, Rebadom signed, Tinubu signed, Fubara signed, what's the other person? Peter Odili signed. And this agreement has been breached by Fubara. So APC or whatever should stay away. Meanwhile, APC were like, this person is a governor, APC governor. So whatever you have with him is expected to be protected by their party. So how this is going to play out now, we'll find out. But with the Wike's response to Ajibola, or should I remind you, what initially prompted the sort of like reaction of Ajibola was when the supposed APC National Vice Chairman for the South or something, right? The guy called Gadom. That one went on stage 2 days ago in one of Wike's tours, in the local government tours of Wike, and he called, including that person or something like, including that one called governor, that Wike will decide what will happen in the state. And this person is a national vice chairman of APC.
And to reassure you that Gokana is no-go area for anybody, be it the so-called governor of Rivers State. For him to win anything in Gokana, he must pass through Wike. Thank you.
So the so-called governor of Rivers State, what's going on? You are supposed to be like the same party. Wike is not a member of your party. Why is that? Now, Wike's own position, responding to Ajibola, quite interesting. If you haven't seen it, watch it here.
First of all, the problem in this world, in this country, when you see people who are better than you, instead of you to say, look, how will I be that way so I can grow? You begin to be jealous, envious of such persons. I challenge any state in this country today, if you don't have the capacity, put the two parties together and see what it takes.
A biggie man, 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 a biggie man. You know the for size, so a biggie man, 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 a biggie man. You know the for size, so a biggie man, 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 a biggie man. You know the for size, so a biggie man, a biggie man, a biggie man.
This is the only state you can see the main two political parties working together. We did it in 2023. We said, President, you will take this one. The other party, take this one. That is what happened. Where's that on Chukwemeka? Where's the Tono Kocha? This is the chairman of APC. This is the chairman of PDP. Any state that can do it, tell them to come out. Not be to talk cha.
No be whoa. Yes, so we can our leader. Oh. No be cha. Oh. No be we can our leader. No be whoa. No be whoa. Yes, so we can our leader. No be cha. Oh. Yes, so we can our leader.
If I don't say this, let me warn those who come to Rivers State because you have heard about 600 billion. You come here, you collect, and you open your mouth, you talk anyhow. I want to say it. You know, when you are doing something for the interest of everybody, some people will come out to make sure those things don't work. I say it here, Victor, I want to say it here. Take this message. Tell your National Secretary, leave Rivers State alone. Leave Rivers State alone. Go and ask those who have tried it before. Go and ask those who have tried it before.
Kapinta, Birikila, Owa Pondole, Kamanga, Wukandole, Owa Pondole, Kapinta, Birikila, Owa Pondole, Kamanga, Wukandole, Owa Pondole, Kapinta, Birikila, Owa Pondole, Kamanga, Wukandole, Owa Pondole.
Don't take our support from Mr. President for granted. You have to be careful the statement you make. You have to be careful. Today, you are enjoying in Osun. You don't know those who did the work. You are opening your mouth to talk about Rivers State. Anything you see, take it. Anything you see, what? Take it.
Agreement is agreement, yo. Agreement is agreement, yo. Without reaching for settlement, you can't determine nonsense. Agreement is agreement, yo.
When Mr. President comes back, when I see the Minister of the Economy, I will tell them to tell him, go and ask other people what has happened to them before. Putting Rivers State, carry your hand to come to Rivers State. If your hand burns, don't say the people no more. I can challenge anybody. This state is a no-go area. This state is a no-go area. Whether you like it or you don't like it or there. So, take the one you have taken. Stop making unnecessary comments. Take the one you have taken. Stop making unnecessary comments. If not, when I come out. So, I'm not here and I want to tell anybody, I'm not begging. All we are here, we have taken a decision to support Sen Ajibola Tinubu.
Then they fear you, then they fear you, then they fear you, and you're so wicked that they fear you. Come on, body, then they fear you, then they fear you, then they fear you, and you're so wicked that they fear you. Come on, body,
we agreed to support Ahmed Bola Tinubu in 2023. Nobody forced us. We are the first state that did it.
Take him.
Wike. I mean, in all honesty, the day they clipped the wings of Wike in Nigeria politics, we are actually going to miss him. Yeah, we are going to miss him. I'm telling you. But you know something is this. I don't know the arrangement between Tinubu and Wike. And I may never know, we may never know. But there is something here that somehow you can reason it that if Wike is willing to go against the position of Tinubu when it comes to this Rivers state, like, I mean, even Tinubu can change my mind, sort of. Okay? We chose to support him. So we can decide not to. If, you know, like this Rivers state, you know, it's like a no-go area. And even Tinubu knows. Because according to him, he said, they agreed. Ribadu signed, this one signed, that one signed, and all of that. But when it is time for settlement, you can't determine nonsense. No, agreement is agreement too. So here is the deal. It is either Wike is more powerful than what all of us actually can possibly process in Tinubu's government, or Wike is about to neutralize himself politically. Because from the normal settings in politics or in their government, hierarchies and all of that, Wike's appointment could be terminated. And if it's going to be a problem, you all know, the moment they take him out of circulation, you see those people who are singing with him, they will start singing for someone else. Someone will disappear. And just like that, his political relevance would disappear and dead, and you will never see him again. Or he's actually bigger than what we can admit, that Rivers State's vote or Rivers State's kind of, I don't know, like it's so strategic that Wike controls that, because Wike doesn't really have any executive control anymore. The relevance of Wike is built around the privilege or the whatever given to him by Gbajabi Amole. Gbajabi Amole, as the chief of staff to Tinubu, is the person that hired Wike. Yeah, but yeah, with the blessing of Tinubu, of course. So one single letter from the same Gbajabi Amole can terminate with a Wike stuff. And of course, they can go after everything he probably believes he could use to push or pull anything in Rivers State. And when it comes to access to Rivers State, Fubara is no longer a problem. Do you understand? And it's no longer a problem. It's no hindrance to whatever Tinubu's plan is for Rivers State. Fubara is not, in fact, he submitted himself to him. But we are going to know more. Here is why Wike insists not even Tinubu can change anything. So everybody should stay away.
I will advise all those who are coming from outside the state. If you don't understand the politics of Rivers State, sit down at home. If you don't understand the politics of Rivers State, sit down at home.
How many day? Why you no go with her? How many day? Why we no go with her? How many day? Why you no go with her? How many day? Why you no go with her? How many day?
So you must know a place before you begin to interfere. We are prepared. Nobody's going back. We have taken a decision, and I want all of you to be strong. Be strong. Nobody will intimidate us. Be strong. Nobody can intimidate us. So, if before when federal government was fighting us, we won. Now that the federal government is friendly with us, we will win more.
You know, in fact, there is more. Talking about how the NSA, Ribadu, former governor of Rivers State, Odili, in the presence of Tinubu, including Fubara, all signed a deal. And that deal is already kind of like disclosed it. Fubara won't go for second term. He's going to serve his, sack his own chief of staff. And yeah. But Fubara decided to just, take a shortcut by joining APC, seek protection from Tinubu directly, and cut off the middleman with the weakest influence. So that's the clash now. Here.
When I see a lot of people making comments, talking what they don't know, instead of them to say, sit down, tell us what actually happened. What did you people reach? If it's not something that you think you will do, you say, okay, let me go back home and think about it. Remember here, there was a time we met with Mr. President. Everybody signed. Even the National Security Advisor signed. Everybody signed. Dr. Peter signed. The chairman of APC signed. The chairman of PDP signed. The speaker signed. When they came back home, they started misinforming the young man. That is political. Don't do that. It's okay. They reneged. At the end of the day, we had a protracted legal tussle. Who won? We won. We did not just win, we won very, very well. So ordinarily, we shouldn't enter into any agreement with anybody. All you will say, this is the judgment of Supreme Court. The Assembly are taking a decision. But Mr. President, being a father to all of us, did what he did to salvage certain people. After that, people came to me. Governors came, ministers came, lawyers came. And I said, look, I don't like people who don't have capacity to implement what they have agreed with people. They said, no, don't worry. It will not happen again. It's okay. If you are saying so, we agree. The governor met with the National Assembly members. He met with the House of Assembly members. He met with the Elders Council. He met with us. I will say, listen, can we go and brief Mr. President what we have agreed? And Mr. President welcomed us and said, sit down. We sat down. It's okay. National Assembly, say what we agreed. They said. State Assembly, say what we agreed. He said, Governor, what do you agree? Mr. President, everything they said here is what we have agreed. I now say, well, Mr. President, you have had your order. Let it be. We implement what we have agreed. Now, thinking that before that time, a lot of things will happen. I want to say it clearly, let people understand. Since 1999, I don't know whose political party, but let me say it here. Senator Magunus, you are here. Party chairman of APC, you are here. Publicity Secretary, you are here. Secretary of Party, you are here. All of you, you are here. APC has never made an inroad in Rivers State. Is it a lie? It was in 2023 when we agreed that we will support Mr. President. And we refused PDP to even have 10%. Now, people who do not know what happened, people who opposed us that Mr. President will not go, are those now who are saying, I heard they said they supported Atiku. They didn't have 10%.
So that's the position of Wike. You know, the Fubara renege on their agreement. And right now, it's a full showdown. And yeah, don't be surprised if they begin the process of impeachment of Fubara. Now, this is where the clash of interest that we are expecting to possibly play out. Would Tinubu sacrifice Fubara and stick with Wike? He himself being, you know, a legendary godfather of Lagos politics, so to say. So he probably would understand the fight that Wike is fighting for his own political survival. But with Wike's kind of like character and all his outbursts lately, which is not actually lately, is regular outburst, which shows a man who majority believe is so power drunk, the way he speaks and the rest of that. Like, he's practically like speaking like a god. Sort of, I can do and undo. So everybody, I mean, everyone is kind of like begging him to please forgive this person. And no, I won't, and not that kind of thing. So is that not a potential threat to Tinubu himself? That's one. On the second part, knowing that Wike had to sell his own political party, like to trade PDP off in order to support Tinubu to get to power. At this point, those who put together that arrangement, including those who ensure that he's like adequately rewarded with the position of Minister of the FCT, would they still be comfortable with this trajectory that Wike is kind of like pushing? Because they publicly, right, accepted the Fubara, probably put an arrangement, a package or an agreement with Fubara, which seems to kind of have exempted Wike in the way he's acting now, right? He's practically not part of that arrangement of Fubara going to APC. The Speaker of the State House of Assembly raised the alarm over financial impropriety, like Fubara has been spending without appropriation of the State Assembly. So a kind of like a ground for impeachment, all right? Something they were already pushing towards before the declaration of state of emergency. So you see, in all of this, right, when you put them together, you can easily project what is going to come next. Two things will likely happen next. As Wike continues in this trajectory, he is currently testing his political base, his popularity, his acceptance, and so far so good. He feels so much like in control because every local government he's been to, there's been so much large turnout of people welcoming him, putting up different displays and all that. So this is Wike kind of like polishing his own sort of like a CV profile to go back to Tinubu and say, I still control the place. So you're either going to give me what I want and I don't want Fubara, or maybe we just have to part ways, right? But to Fubara, don't be deceived by all these dramatic personnel, okay? All of these shows and dancing, I mean, all these dances, all these what do you call it, praising, hyping, and the rest of that you have been saying about Wike. When the camera is off, when the light is off, when everybody goes home, when they go back home, Fubara said they go back in to cry.
Don't allow anybody to deceive you. They can come to the media and dance. When they go behind, they cry. It's the truth. We don't know how to dance. We say it the way it is and stand tall.
Now, again, for anyone or whoever is still in doubt about the looming and other political clashes in Rivers State, or should we say, those who are still in doubt of the collapse of whatever agreement or arrangement they pretended to have, signed last year. Now, all of that right now have collapsed. So the next stage is going to be serious confrontation, show of weight, show of might. Fubara hasn't shown any, not like Wike, because Wike could lock down the entire state against any opposition. He did it severally, right? And yeah, he succeeded. And that is why he's been able to go back to that state and still like to test the base and see how much of that control is still with, how many of them are still with him and how many are with Fubara. So if you are with Fubara, Wike believes that you are with him simply because of the River State money he's currently sharing to buy loyalty here and there. So there's a clip. This is not a recent clip, by the way, but it currently came back to light, where Fubara was chastising the supposed judiciary of how they allowed this mess to have gotten to this stage in River State.
Some of you say you're legal luminary. You know the truth. You will go on air just to pacify your paymasters, to turn the law upside down. We all know the law. When it comes to issues that has to do with the administration of governance in states, it is the state high court. It doesn't matter whether you go and join INEC police. It is a straightforward. I'm not a lawyer, but I know that one. And you stand and you say you're doing the right thing, God will judge you. Let me say it here so you understand. Judges, you are informed that we are saved. Your position is to stand and defend us. Your position is to look at whoever and tell the person the truth. Because if you don't do it here, you have a big question to answer. The preacher said it. Every evil done in the course of administrative justice, you will pay for it dearly. Look at what we today, the up and downs in this state. When everybody knows that whatever we're getting from that end, I don't want to call their name, everybody knows. But I'm not bothered about it. Like the word said here, it will come to an end. Surely.
Yeah, that was when he kind of became a preacher, in the heat of the movement. So this is Ajibola's message to Wike on the issue of this Rivers, rivalry. Ajibola said, my attention has been drawn to the tirade of the Minister of FCT against my person and my office as the National Secretary of APC. This is as regards my position that all members of the National Working Committee must accord any sitting governor his due respect, and that the governors remain the leaders of the party in their states. It is shocking that such an innocuous statement can elicit such uncouth responses from no less than a member of the Federal Executive Council. For the avoidance of doubt, our records indicate that Minister Nyesom Wike is not a member of our party, APC, so he lacks the locus to dabble into the affairs of our party. And as National Secretary of the APC, I am imbued with the responsibility to protect the interest of the party and all its members and structures. Hence, my comments regarding the affairs of the APC in Rivers State cannot be an undue interference in the affairs of the Rivers State. As National Secretary, my activities cannot be confined to my state, or my home state, Osun State. I also take exception to a Wike reference to a certain 600 billion naira largesse in the state for which I and other APC leaders are scrambling. This is nothing but cheap blackmail, which has become a stock in trade. By my background track record is that of unquestionable integrity, and I challenge him to prove his allegations, or we may meet in court. As to his veiled threat against me, let me remind Wike that he is not God and may be overplaying his political card. My faith is in God and will not succumb to cheap threats, such as the one from Wike. I am one of the young Nigerians that confronted military rule, fighting for democracy when the likes of Wike were nowhere in sight. Let me also remind Wike that his support for President Tinubu does not automatically make him a member of the APC. Millions of non-APC Nigerians also support Mr. President, and his own is no different. His attempt to destabilize our party in Rivers State will not be tolerated, and he cannot bring the spirit of the PDP into the APC. Finally, my advice to Nyesom Wike is that he cannot be in the Federal Executive Council of an APC government and be causing confusion within any organ or structure of the party at any level. Using the leverage of that same office, the honorable thing to do is to resign his appointment as minister. Now, that's a challenge. That's what Ajibola had to say to Wike, that Wike is not a member of their party. And if he chooses not to resign and continue to cause confusion in their party, Tinubu should sack him and save the party from Wike, because to them, Wike is bringing the spirit of the BDP to the APC. So they are beginning to kind of like tell him, because Fubara, who was kind of like welcomed, presented with a membership card, and automatically as a governor, a sitting governor, he becomes the leader of the party in the state. Something that Wike believes usurp his own power. And if this should succeed, Wike's political career will be buried. And he is not going to sit by and watch his political career buried. So the showdown, or should I say the battle line, is drawn, with Wike just possibly turning his own resignation so that he won't be under the influence of Tinubu anymore. Can he do that? Or is he going to be the minister with Tinubu and then like continue the trajectory he's pushing in Rivers? What is Rainbow Coalition, APC and PDP in Rivers State? They share it, which means it's not really going to be an election. These are going to be a group of brigands that then will probably, like, once they select themselves, then the election results will be written. But it's not going to be written in, in ink. It's going to be written in the people of Rivers State's blood. People will be killed, especially those who try to probably fight back or push back. They've done it before, they got away. So they will do it again. And they will need the federal backing to do that this time. But time will tell. Now let's go to to Niger State, right? 2 days ago, we had the terrorists who attacked a market in Kasuwar Daji community in Bogu local government area of Niger State. Well, it's been updated that over 60 people were killed in that attack, properties burned and all of that stuff, because these terrorists just drove into town, straight to the market, and they opened fire. Unknown number of people have been confirmed kidnapped as we speak as well. So picking up the pieces after that, because 2 days after, which is today, right, the terrorists struck again, right? This time, we do not have the number of casualties, but it's actually in the same community. But this was yesterday, a day after the attack in Niger. And currently, there is no real sign that those kidnapped are about to be rescued or anyone going after them at all. But here, the survivors sharing this.
Gaskiya lamarin ga mu ba mu ji daɗin shi haka ba. Ba lehin komi, ba lehin zauni, babu na tsaye. Haka dai kawai an zo an cima mutane kwaram, babu komi ba komi. Abubuwan da mun ka tara na abinci duka an zo an kone shinkafa, an kone dawa, an kone menene, masu suka an kone, gidaje an kone, tuhahin mu an kone. Yanzu hakan ga tuhan da zaka sa, takalmin da zaka sa babu shi. Regunan ga na aiki shine muke da shi kawai. Rayuka duka an kashe, an ba haka na MT to yaya ake so mu yi ne, ya gwamnati take so mu yi ne. Ya kamata a ɗauko mana agaje a taimake mu da wanga lamari mana. Abubuwan sun yawa, masu suka an kone, abinci duka an kone. Yanzu hakan ga dan abin da za a samu na salala yara su sha babu shi. Tuhahin mu duka babu wanda zaka sa, duka kayan aikin gada shine muke. Yara an kwashe, mu an kashe, to yaya wani mataki ne za a ɗauka yanzu? Wani mataki ne shi gwamnati zai ɗauka ga wanga lamari a samu sauƙin shi? Muna neman agaji mana da taimake mu da wanga lamari. Haka za a bamu talakawa mu ita wahala haka, ana zuwa ana ta dawa babu abinci. Ina mutum zai je ya samu abinci yanzu? Me mutum zai je ya bida yanzu?
Waye sunan ka baba?
Sunana Muhammadu Suleiman. Muhammadu Suleiman kasuwan daji. Kudu ba abubuwan gada an kai fa. Gyaɗa na an kone, dawa na an kone, shinkafa na an kone, masara ma an kone. Abinda yara za su ci babu shi.
As you can see, here are their farm products. Here is their farm products. I was being burnt. Let's go to the view of the other side. Here is the sugar cane, just for business. You can see.
Wanda muna da shi na aikin ga to shi ya ga mun riga.
Babu wani kaya gaba daya. Baka da wani kaya.
Babu wani tufa kwata. Tufa nan zo sun kune.
So you can see, even this Baba was complaining bitterly on what happened. As you can see this room again, all this, there are farm products inside. It has been burnt. This is corn again. This is corn. It's all burnt again. It's all burnt. They set it ablaze.
That's what they did. And those are survivors. Today, which is like 48 hours after that happened, the same community received the terrorists again. I mean, they came and they attacked what they call the police checkpoints. Not just that, they also burned down, they came into a market, shot and, killed people. And then they set the entire market ablaze. All the stuff, foodstuffs, all of that, they destroyed everything. Then they came back today again.
Wanga kagan polo nan sai da bule da yanke shi. Guda ɗaya ne bule yanke.
Za ga abinda su ya daki nan kaf. Wanda na haska na ina zaune a can. Sai wanda na haska toci na wow sai na gan su. Kawai shine suka so mu haru. Sun doka toci ma koya suka yi har wuta ya zo ya taba shi. Komi wanda yana da kayan musa sun kwashi.
Ura wanga dawa suka kone wurin. Duka sun doka kowane bagi.
Komi sun doka. Ni ba na kwanci a nan ba. Ba ga wurin da na kwanci na. Ga wurin da na kwanci a nan. Na kwanci a nan. Duna kallon daga nan kaga ga wurin da na ji na kwanta kai kaga wurin toilet na ganda do saboda sun doka ce kamar na kallon su
ba su ganka ba iko Allah
na da bidin ga lokaci ne kafin mutu ai za su mutu haba za bidin ga ma dedo na ba suke dauka da bag na wanda na yara nan
kana kwance kana kallon su
ina kallon su da ruwa fa su wata ke na faro wata na wata sun lullo da saman kai a wuce da shi
bari gani
nan wace suya ne ma ana sola
kashi nan
sola nan gadar da dama sun kafin gida ba
ka ku tabe polo nan ba ya yi kuma
a dai ta yi binciken Allah ya sa
to ina ne ita Hassana ta haɗu da su da bule ya kamata
ba ce can bane can cikin gari ne hito ya ke can mana
bule da kai can
muna zaune wurin kai hada wa bule kai kauce
hanyar ga
wallahi
bule na kai cikin gari
wallahi sai can mu sai da muka duka wurin mangoro
an ce man guda mai ya faɗi gidan wake su wai suna zazzaune
wallahi muna zaune wurin sai da muka
magana
What could have been these people's offense or sin that warranted people to be subjected to this kind of violence and totally exposed, vulnerable, that they remained unprotected? Also today, in Borno State, right, in a place called Damak also, the Nigerian army, their convoy, ran straight into the planted IED on the road, and it was fatal. 9 of them died on the spot. The video is too graphic for me to share with you right here, right? Today. 2 days ago, Mopole 33, or what is it called? No, Mopole 13, the supposed PMF armory base in Borno, in Benue State, was also set ablaze. Everything burned down to the ground. The cause of that fire is yet to be disclosed.
This is Mopo 13 office that got burnt this morning, early this morning. This is the armory, everything burned. Oh boy, why they run again? Yeah. Oh boy. Over 13 armory got born this morning. Even the squadron commander office. Hey. Wonderful, wonderful shall never end. Wonderful shall never end. Oh boy. Wow.
Yeah, that's Nigerian military base. They were supposed to be housing the Nigerian military armory. Armory means ammunitions, weapons, and all of that. And somehow, they started fire and they burnt it down, everything inside. Nothing is spared. It was actually yesterday morning. You know? And that's all you're going to hear about it. No, you're not going to probably get an inquiry, an investigation that is eventually going to tell you what happened. Yeah, that's it. Until the next story. You know? Because somewhere else in Nigeria, they are busy trying to pull down the wall of Jericho because their pastor said they should. Different problems with, for different folks, all in Nigeria.
Something happened. Everywhere. You don't take them. Tell them when they don't break that place. Blockage, no more shame.
man of God told them that the more of the bricks they manage to break from the wall is how much of their problems will disappear. So if you know you have problems and you want your problems to disappear, go over there and break the wall of Jericho that is holding you back. Go. And they finished a whole stretch of a wall, in fact, almost a whole building, in demolishing their problems. You know that thing that when you have anger problems, right? And when you go for therapy, then at the point they will give you this squeeze ball, right? That if you are angry, that you want to break something, squeeze that ball. Or maybe get a quiet room where you can just, when you get mad and you want to scream, you can break things. So you put things there to break. So that's exactly what they told them. If you know you have problems, if this Nigeria problem is actually affecting you, go to that wall now, break it down. That is the wall of Jericho holding back your progress. But the real problem is still yet to come. Like this one, the taxing and taxation. This man is actually very much hilarious, right? Talking about the forged, the forged taxes, tax law of Tinubu, which is generating its own controversy. The more they try to explain it away, the more they expose themselves. But the highlight of it is that, them coming to your bank or coming to your home and all of that stuff, right? I believe it's practically like exaggerated, so to say, okay? So Tinubu and his gang continue to remind Nigerians that this new tax law is going to protect over 90% of you. And those of you who are going to get paid from this month, you are going to notice that you are going to get more money. Because the payee, the money, the normally taxes that you remove from your money, your income, right? This time is going to be reduced than what it used to be. And people are still pretty much confused. But watch this.
The taxman can come to your house to arrest you without a court order. Are you not scared? Are you not worried? They can come without a court order. That means that this taxman is going to have much more power than almost the IG of police. He can come to anybody he suspects of infraction and says, okay, you're arrested. Come and explain yourself. That means that even the new tax law can also serve for a weapon of politics and politics.
That's the fair right. Why are you opposed to the new tax law?
Steve, I think that the tragedy of our nation is the fact that most times we do not research information. Oftentimes, the tragedy of our state is the fact that our people throw information in the air and refuse to crystallize, refuse to research, refuse to interrogate them. And what we see in the media and in the public space are critique without substance. Now, let's do the right thing. And people have called me and said, fallacies, forgery and fakery. And I asked them, how much do you know of this forgery, the fallacies and this fakery? And almost unfortunately, Steve, even in the media, people do not seem to understand the enormity of the challenge that we have on our hands. We have a new tax law, the 2025 Tax Appropriation Act. And then you ask yourself, what are these challenges? What is the forgery? Steve, I'm going to use strong words, but politely. Now, you have 8 major alterations. Most Nigerians do not know. 8 major alterations. That goes to the life, the intent, the content, and the substance of that act. One talks about the thresholds. The National Assembly raised the thresholds and said, okay, for instance, people who earn so and so should be taxed. People who earn so and so should not be taxed. Those who went, like your intro, who went behind the scene to doctor, forge, fake, and alter that law, reduced the thresholds as substantial forgery. You talk about, Nigerians should listen, this is very important. You talk about issues as to who is exempted, who is not. And then the oil sector, which is the major, they're the ones who profiteer from the Nigerian state. The alteration removes some of the petroleum sector and their taxes. And then you look at another fundamental issue which is very important as we talk today, because I think it should be more about our nation than about politics. I'm not here to talk politics basically. I'm here to appeal to the conscience of our citizenry, appeal to the conscience of our president, appeal to the conscience of the minders of our presidency, and appeal to the conscience of our clergy. And I'll tell you why. Steve, they also went into that act, one of the 8 alterations, and said the taxman can come to your house to arrest you without a court order. Are you not scared? Are you not worried? They can come without a court order. That means that this taxman is going to have much more power than almost the IG of police. He can come to anybody he suspects of infraction and says, okay, you're arrested. Come and explain yourself. That means that even the new tax law can also serve for a weapon of politics and politics.
That's the fear, right? Is that the fear?
Oh, it's major. It means that, and that's why I'm concerned, and that's why I talked about the clergy. If you're a clergy, a GO, a general overseer, or whatever you are, and you're not concerned and you're not speaking out, you're rogue. If you're a political operator and you're more concerned about 2027 than about what obtains now, you're rogue. If you're the minder of the president and you're involved in the presidency and you're not concerned about this forgery, you're rogue. If you're in the National Assembly and you're not speaking up and speaking out, you're rogue. If you're a governor and you're not speaking up and speaking out, you're rogue. And I tell you why. Steve, this new tax law and the alterations that the National Assembly is quiet about and they're not saying to Mr. President, you cannot enforce, allows for authoritarianism, despotism. No, because if they are not quiet about it, Steve, if they're not quiet about it, Steve, let's be frank. If they're not quiet about it, they would say to Mr. President, suspend until we harmonize. Steve, the truth is that they're playing politics with everything. And this is fundamentally important. How does this affect the masses of our people and our politics? We live in a country where we're no longer talking about fake prophets, forged priests. We're not talking about fake and forged documents. We're talking about the law. The law. If a law that should govern our economy and our finances is forged, and we think it's all right to go ahead with it, then we're in trouble as a people. We're not only in trouble as a people, then we have some question with our conscience, emotions, and ideals as a people. And Steve, in the good year, New Year goodwill messages across the clergy, across every sector, I saw governors speaking to the New Year that they want to be profound, profuse, and awesome. I heard clergy talking about a New Year that they want to be great and awesome. And I asked myself, on what are you predicating it? On a New Year that the federal government has told you, we have a new tax law, and the threshold is lower than the National Assembly allowed. That means that tomorrow the taxman could call my dear sister and say, oh, you've got to pay this, and if you don't pay this, you're arrested tomorrow. That means that the taxman can call you, Steve, and say, oh, we heard this is how much you're paid, and you fall into this delineation. They can do that without regards to the tax.
Is not lying. And that is the part that they are not really emphasizing on very well. The selling point of their new tax law. Okay, let's start from the base. A law was made by the National Assembly, and it was transmitted to the president to sign, to assent to it. Then it becomes law. So once the president signed, then they are going to gazette it. So it becomes law at that point. And everyone is expected to abide by it. But in the process of that transmission of this law to the presidency, that was publicly signed and was publicly available. You could download the copy at the time. And this is what brought about this suspicion, which has finally proven to be right, or proved to be right. Right? So they've altered the content of what they gazetted, which will be implemented according to plan from the 1st of January. So their own selling point is that don't bother yourself about all of this. Come on. There's a threshold. There are people exempted. Some of you are not going to pay any taxes. Some of you are going to see that you're not going to pay taxes at all. But there are some certain things you need to do as well, okay? So that when you earn money, you need to explain the money. If you just explain the money, you know what I mean? That's it. There is nothing else. But buried inside that law, the one they have now altered, right? The alteration they made inside it empowered the taxman, whoever they call the taxman then in charge, to actually categorize you. If you probably feels like, okay, I probably will just explain the money that I'm getting and the rest of that in his own discretion, right? Can decide that, no, you actually belong to this category, not this category. The first time they told you that, oh, you are exempted if you're not earning about 5 million, if your business is not having 5 million turnover every month, don't worry yourself about taxes. If you are not earning above 800,000 a year, don't worry about taxes. Oh, sorry, if your business is not doing a 5 million turnover in a year, don't worry about taxes. This and that, all those explanations, right? They are the pedestrian part, easy part. The other part that actually empowered the taxman in this sense, not like, let's say, for example, they feel like you are evading tax. Do you understand that? Like in the past, you evaded this tax, you are supposed to pay this and that, blah, blah, blah. The Tinubu's tax law could have been a wonderful thing, but unfortunately, the real agenda behind it is pure extortion, all right? And then their usual political patronage, okay? Meaning, Tinubu and his gang want to have their hands on the entire till of revenue generation in Nigeria, and then promising that, by this, we'll make more money, especially from big firms, big businesses, you know, they'll pay more now, and they are our targets, not you, the poor people, all right? So in the process, they've embedded inside that same law that now gives the supposed Federal Inland Revenue Service, which they have changed the name, by the way, to something funny now, I don't know. So FIRS, or former FIRS, right? They now give them the power to not only to give, what do you call that thing? Licenses or so to some platforms to collect taxes, which means if you are paying taxes regularly in Nigeria, right? You probably will be used to some of the platforms, Remita and the others like that are collecting taxes for federal government, okay? Yeah. Now, their job is just for you when you want to pay. Go through these platforms and pay. Calculate your tax and all of that and pay. And they remit the money to government of Nigeria, taking their own cut. In this, their new law, not only those people remitting money, you are remitting money to, there will be a different kind of like agency. Their job is to now actually track you, not by looking at your name on social media or anything, no, through your bank. And that's why the new thing, you know, tax identification number is something they say you could use your BVN and all of that. So they are putting together this in order to see how money flows in or out of your bank. And if you are reporting it as something else, they could classify it as something else too. And this time, they will come for you. Do you get what I mean now? Like, properly. They could go to your bank, they could like arrest you. All of this without court judgment or court order. You know this funniest thing again? If they have concluded that you're not paying the right taxes, they will do that, not really you. You're not paying the right one. Now you're supposed to pay this, and we have found that you are owing a certain amount of money. They are actually telling people right now that they are not coming after you that your tax is 1 million or 2 million. You are not their target. No, you are going to be their target eventually, right? So theirs is that they could arrest you. And if you are arrested, for example, like you want to fight it, before you can go to court, if they say your tax is 2 million naira that you have not paid, for example, or 1 million naira that you have not paid, you will need to pay 20% of that money first before you can file a case that you want to fight this. It's not like you can easily just go to court and say, no, this is wrong, I want to fight it. And if you lose, you still go and pay. But if you win, then you pay the right one that court says you should pay, and then you keep paying, right? This time, you can't go to court. You will need to first pay them 20% of that money they said you are owing before any court can even take your case, whatever it is. This is so strange. But they are telling people that, no, not you. We are talking about billionaires. We are talking about people who are making real money. but it is Nigeria. So it's so hard to believe that. And that's what this man is trying to say.
Delineation. They can do that without regards to anybody. And then one of the worrisome part of it, for me, Steve, is the fact that one of the alterations says that they don't need to go back quarterly to the National Assembly. That means that we have despotism, authoritarianism, dictatorship, and impunity on our space. Steve, it's worrisome. It should bother you. It should bother the governors. It should bother the clergy. It should bother the National Assembly. We're in trouble.
Will the alterations stand? Do you think they will stand? The
National Assembly law is in place already.
No, but it will be regazetted, won't it?
How do you regazette without reviewing?
Is that not the basis to talk? If you know,
Steve, can we communicate here? Do you have to regazette before reviewing?
But it's the basis to go to the court, isn't it? To say that the law that you are implementing, for which you want to arrest
Chris went to court in 2023. What came out of it? Go to court is now the practice for just waste some time. And I think that what is important in 2026 is for the masses of our people to rise up to interrogate fundamental issues. Eternal vigilance is the price for freedom and liberty. I'm not here to disparage anyone. I'm here to say to our countrymen, to those who are the APC, the ADC, and across political tendencies, to understand that statesmen think about the citizenry, statesmen think about the nation, politicians think about the next election, and the time to begin to think about our nation is now. To President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his minders, the time to think about Nigeria and the nation is now. I am not concerned. Steve, I didn't come here to talk about 2027, and I beg you, oblige me that position.
Absolutely.
Some people will say to me, Professor, you were part of the Labour Party, you were part of Peter Ob's campaign in 2023, he's now in ADC, what do you think? That's not what I'm concerned about now. I'm concerned about my people, the masses of our country. Steve, I'm concerned about the thousands of Nigerians who do not understand what I went through the whole of last year, and who think that I have enough money to send monies to accounts for Christmas and New Year, who think that you have enough 10,000, 20,000 to give when the economy is in doldrums, who think that you must somehow have monies to dish. I think that we're all caught in the same situation as a people, and we must rise to the truth and the urgency of now and challenge leadership to responsible and responsive action, challenge leadership to do less of mendacious and perfidious statistics, challenge leadership to do more of realistic appraisal of the nation and what affects our people. And let me tickle your mind a bit, Steve. Over the past years, Nigerians stayed long hours on the roads, traveling to their villages. This last Yuletide, Nigerians spent nights on the roads. And then this government tells you that the roads are better. Use your tongue to count your teeth. So I think that the challenge of the present hour and the present day is to call government to be truthful and forthright to the people.
No, you have spoken very well. And I like the fact that you alluded to the fact that we've gotten a lot of messages from clergy, from governors. We've heard different things like 2026 is the year of shared unity, shared prosperity, the year of destiny. But I want to ask you, do you see 2026 as the year of consolidation or correction for the Tinubu administration? And what benchmarks should Nigerians use to measure success? I'm talking about all the structural reforms that have been initiated. What benchmarks should we use to measure the success?
God bless you, my dear sister. Let me tell you why I'm getting a bit very emotional this morning. If anybody's saying that 2026 is going to be a year of consolidation, I ask God to forgive the person. It's going to be a year of corrections. Nothing but corrections. This government must start with correcting the first anomaly, the forged tax law. And then this government must wake up to the urgency of now. This government must understand that 1,000 spokespersons, 1,000 gaslighting, 1,000 perfidy and mendacity will not change the reality. Steve, I know what you went through. I'm not speaking like a clairvoyant. You may not say it here, but your December people troubled you. Not because you're a billionaire, but because they see you on national TV. My dear sister, they were on you. The reality is that across our nation, the poverty mark has deepened. So those who tell you that the economy is bouncing back are not being true to themselves. And we live in a country where, strangely, Steve, people swear with sacred things in the name of speaking and defending government. Those who are standing on a mandate have refused to be true to that mandate. They have refused to speak truth to power. Have we had a country this bad? No, we haven't. Can we have it better? Yes, we can. So should our president and the minders of our presidency be fair and true? Yes, they can. Will they? I pray they will. You know why I'm saying this, Steve? Because I think that if there's anyone who can truly make Nigeria work, Sen Ajibola Tinubu has that tendency. Can he make Nigeria work? I pray he does. Will he? I pray he has the moral and ethical verve and nerve to do so.
You don't think in 2.5 years plus he's been trying to make Nigeria work?
You know, Steve, I'd rather tell Mr. President and the minders of the presidency that they haven't shown that tendency. At all. They have done more talk than walk. Delineation, they can do that.
Absolutely. Most of them will swear by every sacred things they pledge their supposed allegiance to. I swear, you know, all to defend the government. Then when everybody goes home and they go back home as well, they go back to reality. The reality that they are not honest enough to profess publicly. Because somehow, they would rather point fingers. Said, oh, it's because you don't like them, or it's because this or that, like Dunga said, by the way, Frank Dunga. They said, if your policeman is working, providing security and support for you, everybody will know. If the economy is working enough that enough people are finding jobs and they're actually progressing, everybody will know. You do not need spokesperson. You do not need any PR. You do not need all kinds of, gaslighting, blackmailing, and the rest of that to force what people can see or feel into them. Those who pretended that they are seeing something different, right, in this regard, they are hypocrites. I mean, the sycophants who want a bit of a, bite or crumbs from the desk of this mindless looters. Tinubu has been away from Nigeria. He is in France, recharging up properly again, possibly maybe getting, maybe getting ready for the 2026 or 2027 stuff. But that would be too early, if you see, right? Well, we are already in January 2026 anyway. So whatever will happen should happen at last. There are those who are praying. And yeah, Peter Obi, he was in Ugeli yesterday, where they were doing, what is it called? A New Year prayer convention, the Anglican Diocese of Ugeli, where he addressed them. Watch this.
Your Grace and our dear Father in faith, I'm sure, let me stand on other existing protocols. Your Grace, I can only thank you for what you are doing and say to all of you, Happy New Year. I'm here as one of you, praying for a better society, praying for the care, because my prayer ground, I will not make any comment except to join you in requesting for prayers from our dear Father in faith. My request is very simple, and it will not take time. Your Grace, you've looked at all these people here and all of us. We ask for prayers. And for all of you, we need to pray for our country, Nigeria. When you want to pray, then your prayer point, you can take me and we are on this side. Let your prayer point be that God, all of us, when I mean all of us, including me, God should touch our hearts to use public money for public good. God should make us seal for the poor people in our society. God should touch us to know that we are managers of public resource. Whatever we are is by His grace. Yes, sir. It is not for us to pack public money and put in our house when people are dying. It should touch us to build schools. It should touch us to care for the poor people in our society. That should be your prayer point. So pray for us. Because the problem you're seeing in your country today is caused by us, politicians. Let nobody give you any other excuse. Fight this song, and only by God's intervention, by your own intervention, will it work. Your grace, remember us in your prayers. I came here to request for prayers for us, the politicians. It's very, very important. And all I can wish is that God Almighty, who brought all this gathering and brought all of us here, will do our prayers and intervene that we have a better Nigeria. God bless all of you.
Let's pray for Nigeria. May God touch the heart of the politicians so that they will stop putting the public money inside their pocket. We don't need prayer for that. We just need to send them to jail and confiscate everything they've stolen. Right? That's all you need to do. Once you make that tradition, once you make that part of your culture and all of that, right? You realize that you can use the energy you want to use to pray that politicians should not put the money inside their pockets. You can use that energy to pray for something else. Again, if indeed you have a system that rewards hard work and punishes shortcuts, you get what I mean? Then you have a society that will just have to dedicate their prayers for something else. Like, then you can then pray for Nigeria. Because that means you have something you are praying for. Heavenly Father, we thank you. Like the Americans, have you heard the Americans pray before? When they are praying, when government officials are praying for their country, when people who are like clergies from the religious bodies in the United States, whenever they are praying for their country, do you see the way they kind of like will do the prayer like step by step? Father, Heavenly Father. That's not how they do it. I'm just trying my own, but you get it, right? They will pray for their president. They will pray for the people. They will pray for the peace. The peace that they enjoy. They will pray for the progress and the prosperity. And then they will pray for, the way they will shall put it, about wherever you are. Come be like, say, oh, dang. You know that feeling? That is where you can pray for Nigeria. You will pray that, oh, we appreciate the progress, the peace, the whatever that, then you can pray for the country. But right now, when they ask you to pray for Nigeria, they are asking you to keep bothering God to perform magic. Somebody looted over 100 billion naira from a state of Kogi. He is not in jail. He is preparing to become a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to start making laws that you and I would have to obey, whether we like it or not. Criminals are making laws. Lawbreakers are making laws for the rest of the country in Nigeria. And you want a society that works, where criminals are those who are making laws and others who are like their accomplices as well, criminals who are implementing the law. So prayer can't prevent something like this. Like it's like you're just mocking God. Like if you try to reason it, let's assume that you are God, okay? And then you open your request kind of like a profile, right? You open your request box from all over the world. You now switch and said, no, filter it, Nigeria, right? And then the prayer request, Father, come and change the heart of our politicians. In fact, some are even requesting God to destroy their politicians. God, we need peace in this country. We want all our politicians to be blah, blah, blah. Among other requests too. God, I need money. I need a job. I need husband. I need wife from Nigeria. But this one, our politicians are our problems. So God comes, filter the whole request, realize that 90% of people actually blames their politicians for the problems of the country, right? Then he kind of switch off again and say, Angel Gabriel, switch that channel to Nigeria. And he sees a thief that is dancing, not being mobbed though. He is dancing in the midst of people he looted, the people he stole from. They were happy to have him. Over 100 billion naira looted. Because they are the same people that will tell you that, have you seen any court convicted him? Did you see any court? But they can also easily tell how much he's managed to enrich himself simply because he was their governor. So God himself will just be like, these guys are not serious. We'll change it to Kenya. Or maybe we should just let's go to Ukraine. So because God will be like, you're just wasting my time. I mean, if I deal with these politicians want me to deal with, right? And you support them this much, like, for what? Could be like saying the wine God. And then they're talking about God. Alaji Asari has made it very clear, right, that he will never attack anybody because of their religion. All this as well coming after you. Yesterday, it was a Sheikh Osama bin Gumi that raised alarm that the Arewa should speak up, the clerics should speak up. All the lies against him that he supports Boko Haram and all of that stuff. So has made him a target, right? So today, Alaji Asari also turned on the camera as well as the ring light to tell us that.
And I will never attack anybody because of religion. My siblings, we are 9 siblings. I'm the only Muslim. And I love them. I'm their leader. I'm the head of their family. Even in my house, I have 2 Christian wives. So why would I be involved in fighting religion? In the kingdom I reign over, Muslims are not up to 1%. 99% of the people are non-Muslims. And we live amicably well. I have never attacked anybody based on religion. I've been attacked severally based on religion. And the people who are attacking me know that if I also unleash what I have on them, they will not survive a second. And when they talk, I don't say they're ignorant, they just assume that whatever they say must be accepted, that America is a Christian country. How is America a Christian country? Who made America a Christian country? America is for a white. How? You're an immigrant from Ireland, you're an immigrant from Germany, and you're telling an immigrant from Pakistan or Somalia that he came to your country. Which country are you talking about? Are you talking of Germany? Are you talking of Somalia? Are you talking of England? Are you talking of Ireland? No. A It is time Muslims must stand up for their right all over the world. It is now time we should tell these people, enough is enough. We will not accept to be criminalized, and never will we be. And no matter what it is, even with our life, we stand. Like we said, let us see the end of this madness in Nigeria. At that time, you will read the result. I pray that I'll be alive to see you read the result of this thing you are inviting to Nigeria. I pray that inshallah I'll be alive so that I can see this result. At all points in history, you people start this madness and you empower the North. You empower the Northern Muslim. You have started this madness again and you end up empowering them. Muslims, Nakomiu, MSS, Muslim League of Nigeria, Islamic League of Nigeria, Sharif Guard, Jamaatul Nasr Islam, Southeast South Muslim Organization, Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs. This is the time to rally Muslims in this country. We have every right to defend our rights as a people. We cannot go on our knees. We will never go on our knees. We'll stand up against these people and we will surely, inshallah, overcome them.
Tiagasa, the Tiagasa, he fell, he fainted, he passed out. He passed out. 70 years old man. But when their people came, how many times would they tell you before you know that Nigeria is not for you? Ah! Now they never leave you. They have left you behind. Photo, not be juju be that. Sorry, oh. May God not allow them, make them kill you. 70 years old man. I am mumu na too much. You be mumu. You think say they wise.
Alhaji Asari don dey call MMS, Islamic Jamiat, Islamic Council of Nigeria, Southeast Islamic Association, South Islamic Organization, just like Gumi was calling on Arewa leaders, Arewa clerics, Islamic body of Nigeria. Everybody should rise up. A couple of said they had to think themselves. I said, okay, you know what? Just go out there and tell them that you are not a violent person, you are not involved in any terrorism, you are not somebody who, you are just a Muslim. Okay, Alhaji. And Alhaji Asari decided to go do that. But he still has that in him to tell Americans that they cannot tell Nigeria Muslims how to live. But that's not the point. Alhaji Asari, in case if you are watching, okay, the pretense is over. I mean, a lot of us knows how much a lot of you have used this political Islam to kind of entrench yourself in the same corrupt system. And you've benefited so much. The fight against terrorism in Nigeria is not a fight against Muslims in Nigeria. Muslims, Christians, atheists, I mean, those who don't believe in any other religion, and those who have other different religions, they have all been coexisting in Nigeria. We have had instances where, Christians, Muslims have clashes, but these are not something that was ever politicized like the current campaigns, where terrorists are taking lands and they are chasing people out of their homes. So, fight against terrorism in Nigeria is not fight against Muslims. So any Muslim who have their own personal kind of a grouse or grievance or whatever with how America's international politics is playing out due to maybe your religious connection to, as a Muslim, to the plight of the people of Gaza, the Palestine, or other places all over the world, that you believe that Muslims are kind of like being targeted. I understand that. But you can't kind of like transfer that same PTSD or whatever feelings you have for America in what is going on in Nigeria. Nigerians are being killed by those who called other Nigerians infidels, kafiris, kuffars. And in their world, infidels are worthless things, human beings like themselves in the same country. People pushing this ideology are existing and murdering Nigerians, massacring Nigerians. They are also killing Muslims. Do you understand this now? So if you have any grounds with America or whatever it is, this time you should actually channel that rage and anger towards the government of your country. Okay? Because the terrorists are killing Christians, they are killing Muslims, they are killing unbelievers, they are kidnapping everybody they could kidnap. You get what I mean? When we're growing up, we used to hear about Hausa Fulani, Hausa Yoruba, Igbo, what is that Wazobia again? Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo, three major ethnic groups in Nigeria. Then suddenly we started hearing Hausa Fulani to make us, the rest of us, believe that there's no difference, they're the same. But today, not only that Hausas have become countless victims of this violence campaign, of these terrorists, other ethnic groups in Nigeria, tribes and all of them, they have become victims. So if you remove the religion part of it, you as a Muslim, this time you can now see that humanity is actually at peril in the hands of these guys, and your government is not helping. The government continue to try to gaslight the citizens on how to react. They are offering truce, they are offering peace, they are offering money to these murderers. And despite the billions they've actually pumped into the hands of these terrorists from different state governments, especially in northern Nigeria, none of this has ever helped in reducing the killings. It's rather become something so big, so huge, that international bodies have now noticed. So that's not the time for you to start feeling like Muslims are under attack or Muslims are this or that. Because if you are being honest in this sense, right, the Muslims themselves are already being endangered. There are many Hausa Muslims who have been killed. Mosques have been bombed by these terrorists. So the pressure should be on the government to actually do their job and protect everybody. Not you trying to grandstand with America or say America should stay in their way and the rest of that. America should not even be involved in the first place. But look at the years that they have murdered people. Look at the years they've destroyed and disrupted people's lives. Look at all these children who are mostly the victims of this. They're the most affected. Their course of lives have been sort of like interrupted, abruptly cut off. And they ended up somewhere else. Some of them they are now orphans. Their parents were murdered before their very eyes. I am talking about things that should get you so enraged enough to say any help at this time should be taken. And in fact, there should be a consensus that a government that couldn't protect the people do not deserve to actually be in office. They did not deserve to be paid. But yeah, they've caused so much damages enough that all of us will agree that people have become so like disoriented. Yeah, divided too. And all of this, if you think we are all victims. Not even them is safe. None of them is safe. Right? Yeah, they may protect themselves or appear to have been so protected, but they are not protected. Everybody still exists in that danger. So if you are a Muslim, somebody is telling you that America, no. We understand, and I'm not, in fact, questioning how you feel about how America or Israel and the rest of them are doing with your fellow Muslims all over the world. You have your legitimate right to feel the way you are feeling. And your position is, to me, is valid. I may not agree with you, and I may agree with you, but that doesn't matter. Nigerians are being killed in Nigeria. And all we have been hearing are just rhetorics, just talks, and grandstandings, all that media PR. That should concern you, because you may be the next victim. All they care about is politics, by the way. And yeah, it seems finally, truly, their governor in Kano State will be going to APC. The relationship between Yusuf, what's his name again, Abba or something, Yusuf Abba, the governor of Kano, and his own godfather, Kwakwansop, must have actually like collapsed their relationship or whatever it is, as the state's house, Kano State Government House, is wearing the new look, something that shows that Tinubu's infinity logo, APC Renewed Hope, has badged in Kano. And Gandola, the Babangida Mobile Banking CEO of Kano, the former chairman of APC, who is the lifetime rival of Kwakwansop, will now inherit Yusuf Abba, and Kano State will become APC without election. Right? Here is their government house last night.
Wato domin ƙaryata wasu gidajen jaridu, wato Daily Nigeria da kuma Mikiya da suka ce wai an jibge jami'an tsaro a kofar gidan gwamnatin jihar Kano saboda mai girma gwamna zai koma APC, yana so za a koma APC, ana gudun ko menene a faɗan su dai. To shi sa muka ce Mansur, muka ce gani ya kori ji. Yanzu dai gashi misalin karfe 8:52 na wannan dare kamar yadda kuke gani, kuma wannan shine government house, shine babban gate na Kano State Government House kamar yadda kuke gani. Kuma gashi ko motar 'yan karota babu a wannan guri, ko motar 'yan karota babu a wannan guri. Amma kai Jafar da yake kai makiyin Allah ne, baka neman lahira ka ta kyau saboda kana da followers, mutane wasu masu kamanceceniya da kai sukan yadda da abin da kake faɗi. Haka yasa ka zo kake faɗan wa'annan abubuwan. Na gani 48 minutes da ka saki wannan labarin, security beef up at Kano Government House, saboda mai girma gwamna zai ana sa rai zai koma jam'iyyar APC. To wannan ba gaskiya bane, kuma duk wanda ya san yadda wannan gurin yake gashi nan, sai ku duba ka nuna mana a ina wato aka zuba jami'an tsaron. Yanzu nan dukkaninsu suka saki labaran. Mikiya ta saki minti 18, shi kuma Jafar ya saki karfe minti 48. So kaga shi mai Mikiya ma kwafaye a wajen Jafar Daily Nigeria. Kamar yadda kuka gani gashi nan hankali kwanci. Wato domin ƙaryata wasu gidajen jaridu.
So their red caps will suddenly change to Tinubu's infinity cap. So what is that thing that is actually scaring the governors from the opposition, right? I understand that of the PDP, okay? That national crisis politically means if it continues, all the PDP members who want to run for office, they will not be able to have the national body that will sign their different interest forms, which will kind of like legitimize it. So if PDP continues, so I get that one. But the people who actually managed to win elections, right, without APC, and then you suddenly fear that those who made you governor then are not capable of returning you for second term, that you have to go to APC because that is more or less like where it's safe. Do you get what I mean? I don't understand. Some are saying that these governors are being given 50 billion there. And it's possible. We are talking about Kolu. Whatever money cannot do, more money will do it. And that is where I am going to appreciate the fights between Willie Wike and Tinubu's cabal. Yeah, you're about to have that face-off. And of course, Willie Wike will tell us. It will tell us how much money. Right now, he's making the allegation that a lot of those who are supporting Fubara, they are doing so because of the money Fubara is giving to them from the 600 billion naira left behind by the sole administrator, right? So, if truly the state governors who are jumping to APC are being offered money, 50 billion naira, if it's true, one person that I can bet will tell us the truth is Willie Wike. My time is up. Should we take calls tonight? I mean, you would probably want to react to this, right? No? So let me know. If you would like us, mind you, a quick reminder, if you haven't liked the broadcast, could you please do that now? And if you have to leave as well, so you probably you won't forget to like the broadcast, right? All right, then let's take calls so that everyone else can actually react to this. We want to keep that going enough that everybody can still be part and parcel of the conversation, right? Right. No, not me, just you. So I'm going to open the line, don't worry. So what we're going to do now is that I'm going to take a short break. And when I come back, right, in a minute or two, when I come back, I will take calls. So the number to call is right there on the screen, okay? And mind you, if you really have to go, I get it. Make sure you like the broadcast, okay? Don't go anywhere yet. I'll be right back. Thank you very much, brethren, especially those of you who actually yielded and dropped your own offering. Also, this is Super Chatter, Mayu Baba. Anyone who brings any foreign religion to our land and not law-abiding is himself an infidel. I agree. And we face the wrath of law. And our gods, I also agree. Saulu. Or they go where they come from. Simple. And that's why the idea of this thing is not actually supposed to be that hard, in my own opinion. If those who framed the idea of one Nigeria are being kind of like sincere, all right? We have those who will tell you that it is their belief, it is their tradition, it's their culture to be like this. I say, okay, fine. Be what you want to be. Do you want to be the Saudi Arabia of Africa? Or do you want to be the Afghanistan of Africa? You are free to go be that, but without bothering us. Without that foreign idea. Without that foreign idea that suddenly on my own ancestral land, I am now an infidel to be judged by people I have nothing in common with. All because, we are all together in Nigeria. So rather than for people like me who also want to do something different in our own space, to be allowed to peacefully exist and do what we want to do in our own space, right? To be protected by the government, those in government, they ended up having to offer us like a trade-off. And for peace to reign, we need to give them grazing routes. What does that even mean? For peace to reign, we need to do Operation Safe Corridor. Repentant terrorists who decided to move away from terrorism and not blah, 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 they will be pardoned. No investigation, no prosecution, no nothing for all they have done. And there is no actually restitution for the victims too, nothing. That's the position of the government. They actually play kind of like a mouth when it comes to compensating the victims or resettling them or something like that, or rebuilding their lives. That comes with stories. But the money they have been expending on the rehabilitation of terrorists from different states in northern part of Nigeria, right? And despite all of that, the terrorism continues. So if Nigeria was to be arranged properly, it simply means if this kind of violence is allowed in that northeast to the northwest to, that would be completely their responsibility. In fact, in a working Nigeria, at that point, right, the rest of the country will contribute what they call the National Guard. Everybody will go there and confront these deadly people who are, you know, terrorizing the people of northeast, the people of northwest. But they disarmed us. Then they armed these ones, and they started asking us for trade-off. Give them grazing routes, give them lands for cattle colony, give them land for national ranching. And they're like, why are you giving them special treatment? Whose land are you trying to use to placate these murderers? Like, how is that going to be a working country? And then you decided that we do not have the right to defend ourselves in that sense. Those who did, they get punished by the same government. So, yeah, I agree. Anybody who comes to call you infidel in your own land, in your own belief, is actually an infidel to your own belief too, right? And you have every right to defend yourself. My caller.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir. How are you, sir?
Yes, sir. I'm okay. How are you doing?
Very well, very well. Air Force One, yeah?
Yeah. Yes.
Please.
Yes. I said he just came back from Venezuela. No?
You just came back from Venezuela?
No, yeah, that's one, man. You know, that's what we do. We go. You go to take it. Just be sarcastic now. I'm just being sarcastic, Baba. Yeah. See, this religion thing, Baba. You know, something dropped in my mind some few days ago, and I just imagined the whole both sides, Christian, Muslim, Islam, whatever. Now, if you focus more on the Christian part,
right,
I don't think any Christian organization should be richer than their members. As far as I'm concerned, if any religion organization is richer than its members, that means they are not even worshiping God.
Right.
They are not even following what Christ expects them to do. Because when you look at the major issue in the whole world, when we talk about healthcare, when we talk about politics, when we talk about religion, race, ethnicity, culture, all these things have what they call conflict theory. And what conflict theory does is that it critiques all this stuff. It critiques politics. What are the lapses? Is it marginalizing people? Religion? Is it marginalizing people? So that's what conflict theory does. It critiques all these major things in life. And when you look at the conflict theories regarding religion, Baba, you read that stuff. In fact, it's not even about Pentecostal right now that came at the later, at the late hour or later on, but what conflict theory said about religion is that it is purposely designed to make people who are Christians to be poor. Now, consoling them that their reward is after this world. That is, their reward is in heaven. That in the ordinance of...
That's what Pentecostal changed when they started preaching.
Oh no! I'm coming there. I'm even talking about the real the Grand Master, which is the Orthodox. Because what they discovered back then was, they said the Vatican City where Pope resides is so wealthy than an average Catholic. That is, an average member in Catholic Church is so poor, like a church rat. Like they will say, that's idiom or that expression. But when you look at the Vatican City by itself, they are so wealthy more than anything. So if people are praying to God and they are your members, and you guys are so wealthy, and even the same Bible said that, Bible acknowledges that there will be poor among you people. There will always be poor people among you. Only there was a cross. Do not ever let it be obvious that this person is poor. So somebody is poor, and obviously it is evident, in the world today. Fast forward to the world we have today now. We have pastors having 2, 3, 4, 5 private jets. We have them having university. Members can even attend them. So the design, I just wish Nigerians can think logically and think outside the box. And those people talking about infidel, those ones are just being stupid. That is ignorant, because if you can carry a weapon, either knife, gun, whichever form of weapon, and you take the life of a fellow human, you yourself, you didn't deserve to live among us. Because what we've done is against humanity. Yes, it is against humanity. So when you study, I want everybody to go and Google this stuff on conflict theory about religion, about politics, about healthcare, and everything. No religion organization should...
That we are probably just existing in a loop or something. Anyway, thank you so much, Boss One.
Baba na fake. Fake. Thank you, sir.
Oh, fake. So that's Air Force One, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God. Sorry, I had a caller there that we just lost. But you can keep trying if you, let's see. Hang on now. Hello there.
Hello, my good general.
Is that the Prince? Prince General?
Yes, this is the Prince.
Representing
IPOB for life, Baba.
Bless you. How are you tonight?
The Tukano Mike. The Tukano Mike, we're there your side. How are you there, Baba?
I'm very well, thank you.
Yeah, what's more, I say Happy New Year to all Temple of Truth members. Yeah. Baba, I just want to comment concerning this auntie that spoke last. He was talking about religion. That reminded me of this man, this pastor or apostle, what do they call him? Yeah, Otobo Suleiman. That guy. One enter house. Came out this new year. I just saw one of his posts. He was saying that everybody on social media who about him talk about him this time around, his page is going to be closed. His page is going to be attacked and closed. You know, that they no longer allow even pastors to post their miracle. They no longer allow pastors to post their miracle online.
I want to hear New Year prophecy this year, or is it just me? Like usually you will hear them say what will happen this year or something.
No, Baba Deboye give a prophecy. You know here I own. Yes, now he give prophecy this year again.
Right.
You know, he talk. I think he talks to somebody. He talks to this year is going to things are going to be better.
Right.
You know, going to everything. All the prices of things are going to crash again. I think that's what he said. Right. And I asked somebody where they talk, where they listen to that one. Say the one way tell us say naira go be $1 to $1. No prophecy never come to pass. You see,
to obey.
that one never fulfill. You know, we'll never see that one. You see, they tell us that Nigeria where don't already cast. Then Nigeria things go better, and they don't bring upon say Tinubu don't bring another tax from window. Where we say you are money inside bank, you know they you are not in your money again. And push the arm rubber past that one. You understand? So make I know delay. Make I know drill quickly. Yeah, you see that Suleiman. Yeah, Baba. That guy at the actor and say Jesus Christ. No kind of criticism where they no criticize our Lord Jesus Christ. Even call him devil. Sometimes they won't carry stone. When give them stone, nobody say that one pass to criticism. No. Just to go run, live where he did, enter another city, leave that city for them. He never comes say we should fight anybody with social media or fight people where they talk for street. So you now will be pastor we say that Jesus Christ. Now you they bring to people. You are preaching Jesus Christ. We are not fighting people who are talking the things way they do we no good. Yeah, they be even they say clear your conscience, here's no accusation.
That's right.
If you are doing a righteous thing, you are doing the righteous things that are right. You are not sleeping on to mandate. Yeah, people no go talk about you now. Nobody you will pass away there for Nigeria.
No.
You see, so that guy, if na Nigeria na correct country. If I don't dey jail, even na UK that kind of person dey, Nigeria go don dey now. You know, so that one, another one be this Asare Dokubo. Asare Dokubo na similar matter there for in head. That guy, you know, say in the paranoid now because and because of America. America say na terrorists, we are coming for the terrorists. And that's Asare Dokubo. Are you a terrorist?
Big question.
Why are you diverting attention, talking that saying that America is coming to fight Muslims? Did America saying they are coming to fight Muslims? Say Muslims there inside America too. He's a terrorist. As he the pepper body, that means he's among the terrorists and they don't profess and saying go kill the whole Igbos. No be terrorists that talk like that. So he's on record that he's fighting killing Igbos in Okigbe, killing them in Ihala. Yeah, he said the Igbos he has called full trailer. That he go kill more. You understand? So we know saying be terrorists. So making no join Islam within terrorism. Making side aside so that if America come, you know say it's coming for him as a terrorist, not as a Muslim. So Baba, I just want to say make I drop for temple today.
Thank you so
much. God bless you, Baba. Keep up the good work.
Have a good night. That's a Prince Jejema. I have another line here. Hello. Did I actually get you through? Oh, that dropped. Lucky you there. Probably still get you connected. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes. Hello, General. I can hear you.
Oh, that's the African Wahala Prince Adewale. How are you, Baba?
Yes, I'm doing very well. Thank you so much for the program.
Thank you too.
Yeah, I wanted to share a potential solution to some of our problems. And I know many people are going to just dismiss it like it's not possible, because I've shared it with some people in real life and they just said, no, you're just dreaming. No, you did waste your time. You know if it happened. So what it is I'm thinking about a superstar, global superstar like Anthony Joshua.
Right.
He was involved in that unfortunate incident. Two of his friends passed away, Lat and Sina.
That's right.
I think the best way to honor those guys is to use his voice and his platform to force an improvement in the driving conditions in that area where the accident happened. At least, even if that's what he can accomplish, I think that is a good way to honor his friends. And how can that be done? You see, AJ, we've seen him genuflect for Buhari around 2019 when he was Dobale. He went there, he was prostrating for Buhari and Abike Dabiri. He gave them his belt, and then right after that, unfortunately, he took his first loss as a professional. And then in 2024, 4 years after reflecting for Buhari, he went again and he was genuflecting for Dapo Abiodun. And then in 2025, we saw him doing the same thing again for Tinubu, genuflecting for Tinubu. Now, I don't want to blame AJ because, he's just trying to reconnect with his roots. And in my opinion, he had some bad advice from his family that told him to associate with the criminals that are destroying Nigeria. That's a bad look. In my opinion, that was a bad advice from those people that told him to do that.
Well, there's no chance
now,
that
what he
it's
needs
going to be different now. I mean, the sad incident, that happened to him and his friends, right? As bad as that is, right? So do you really think that is practically like a clarion call to let him see some of the things that those he's been associating with we practically didn't want him to see? The second thing is that Joshua seemed to have shown kind of like interest in his own grassroots, in his roots, in a way that in Shagam he relates with them. He could see the entire rot himself. But do you really think what happened now, right, could actually make him or change him to start speaking truth to power like you're proposing to you by any chance?
Yes, I think it's possible. The chances are very slim, but I think it's possible because the only sport that I watch is boxing. And I've been watching boxing for a very long time, and I understand their psychology to a large extent. And a lot of these boxers, they have scoring. They are not okay. They have mental issues. Trust me, a professional boxer that can make it to that level, you have to be a little bit crazy. You can't be a normal, average human being and make it to that level in your career. You have to be a little bit crazy. So I think this unfortunate incident might trigger that craziness in AJ, and we might see AJ come out and bold-faced give all these guys a middle finger, all of them. Even though he was, genuflecting for them previously, he might just come around and say, listen, I understand that you guys, when you are rolling around in your convoys, 100 cars, 150 cars, you have 4 ambulances. You know those criminals, they have like 2, 3, 4 ambulances in their convoys when they are rolling around. Yes.
Like they always anticipate
now, me,
emergency for themselves, and that's selfishness, Baba.
They know how to take care of themselves. It's us that we are trash to them. We are garbage. We deserve to die in the eyes of Dapo Abiodun, in the eyes of Buhari, in the eyes of Tinubu. That's the truth, the unfortunate truth about Nigeria. And now that it has happened to AJ with his own platform, yes, he doesn't really understand the Nigerian psyche, the politics and all that. But if that unfortunate incident triggers something in him and he decides to pursue one of these guys that are standing up against the system and he himself, he adds his voice, it's going to make a change. It's going to make a change, absolutely. So I just wanted to put that out there in case AJ ever watches this video. Know that it's unfortunate what happened. We are so sorry. Rest in peace to your friends. Thank you I'm so grateful that you survived. But if you can add your voice, that would make a solid change. You have to commit class suicide though in the Nigerian space because you can't be friends any longer with these criminals. You can't be listening to advice from your family members that tell you to go and dabble for these thugs. These are criminals. Don't ever associate yourself with them. These are terrorists. These people, they protect themselves, leave the rest of us to the mess that Nigeria is. So that's my message.
Thank you.
Yeah, so that's my message. Thank you.
All right. Thanks for that. Again, if you are also very much interested in adding your own contribution, all you have to do is to dial the number on the screen. And it is actually a WhatsApp call only, just so you know. So let's have this. Hello.
Hello, Brother Mayagu. Happy New Year.
How are you? Our own Garba Life, Celia, Melody.
I'm fine, though. Thank you very much.
You are so welcome, and thank you for for always being around. So
thank you, sir.
The family.
They're fine, sir. They're fine, sir.
And yourself?
Yeah. I'm good. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. So thanks for calling in, though, right? Let's hear from you.
Yes. So I want to talk about Peter Obi. So I remember when not to even talk about when he came to California, because I know, I'm family with the people that helped him for the Californian campaign and everything. Those that know me, when you see the picture online about the people that were with Peter Obi when he came to California, you know that there are people that I eat and drink and sleep in. Okay. But right now, as Peter, so my beef with him is the people that I have seen on the internet and videos that went out to vote for him that got wounded and got hurt, like a lady that I think her nose was broken and stuff, people that were queuing in the rain to vote for him and all of that. And it's like he just let everything they just took it out of his hand, and he did not allow people to fight back. I think that the momentum and the heart that people were so made up that everyone stood up to vote for Peter Obi. If he had allowed us to go without force, something would have happened. Just like someone said, if it was Shore that had that number of votes, yes, sir, that Peter Obi had, man, I don't think Baba will be in power because he will not let us, he wouldn't let it happen.
No, not like that.
So, yeah. So that's why, and now he's coming back to tell us that we should vote for. How many lives do we have? If he doesn't care about his life, no, we cannot be risking our life on nonsense. I mean, I don't mean in a bad way, but life is a risk on its own, right? We can take if there'll be positive results, but how can we just be chasing after the wind? We don't have that time anymore. How many children have paid with their lives? We that are alive are the ones that we're trying to see what we can do differently and see if we can do something better so that those that are coming after us will be able to have a life to remember, even though the history might not look good because of the killings and everything. But Peter Obi has offended me. How can Peter Obi have anything to do with Littlefinger? That's even my own. If you had a good name, in quotes, right? Then why would you want to dine with the devil? It's not just only him. Look at the kind of people in ADC. So the ADC thing, I'm not in. So as I am right now, everything is just full in my hand. Because I don't know who. I don't have a candidate right now for 2027 that I will say I'm happy that is coming out. Right. I'm just speaking my mind. I don't know of other people. Do you know that if someone like VDM comes out, I mean, not like the way he dressed and stuff, but I like his stubbornness. I love tough people, right? I like his stubbornness thing and how. Oh, well, I mean, because I don't know if she can lead a country, but maybe movement, right? But a young person that is, I wish sure, but sure, there's a way you do this thing now. Don't go against Trump now. Trump is like my sugar uncle here, daddy, my sister. Trump is not your father, sure. I understand. It's when we have gotten our country, then we can think of how to sort ourselves. But for now, and game is for the gladiators. Let the people we get power. Let them help us to deal with these people, because we can't find the terrorists. We can't find the politicians. If not, we would have done something different. Let those that dance to their music, as Buhari said. Let those that know how to dance to the music Nigerian politicians are playing, let them dance to the music, and when they're done, they give us our country, and then we find our ways out, and we sort ourselves out. So sure, I wish you were, but anyway, so that's just it.
So you have actually
Yes, sir.
you have list of your rants, and every of them is completely taken. I'll say, right? Let's take another one. Okay. Thank you so much. Enjoy the evening. So now here is another caller. Let's hope that it's still
Hello.
Yes, sir. How are you, Baba?
CA from Atlanta.
It is CA from Atlanta. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm okay. It's been a while.
I know. But it's good to hear you.
A lot has happened. Yeah, a lot has happened between 2025 and 2026. It's been an amazing run of events, man. Crazy.
And we hope that 2026 will be the year of our own recuperation, and of greater
we hope so.
Let's look into the year with so much kind of like hope here.
Yeah, I think Nigerians need to decide what they want.
Go on.
Nigerians need to decide what they want. Like, in this program, we don't challenge people that talk. If somebody call, you don't come back and say, no, why did you say that? You don't have to put this unspoken rule in this.
You have to say your own.
Yeah, we can disagree. But I think what I would just tell the ladies I just called now is Nigerians have two options. It's either they allow Tinubu continue this reign of terror, or make a change. So they have to decide. And I'm telling you, if Tinubu's first time is like this, you can only imagine how the second time is going to be.
That's right.
I'm telling you, it's for me, I don't think it's looking good. It's not looking good. I'm not in Nigeria, but I was back home January last year, and I told you when I went to Nigeria, it is terrible. It is terrible.
It is now, January 26th.
Now, 2026 is going to be worse. I open my WhatsApp just like every other person overseas. You'll be afraid to open your WhatsApp every morning because you know message will be flooding in. Messages will be flooding, Mayogo. If you were receiving 5 messages before every morning, now you receive like 15 every morning. And these are just people. It's not just anyhow people. These are people that we are fairly averagely okay. Calling you, asking for part of their husband, asking for school fees for their children, asking for money to feed. It is that bad, Mayego. Like I said, Nigeria have two options. Is either allow this reign of tyranny, impunity to continue, or make a change. For those who say Tinubu is quiet, they don't know who that man is. Tinubu, Mayego, I tell you, if that man becomes the president, they think it's quiet. And the problem with Nigeria likes strong men. We like strong men, militants. That's the thing they do with Buhari. I told them, when they were pushing Buhari, I said, this man is not a good man. They said, no, it's a military man. You've got to stop insecurity. He's Mr. Integrity. He doesn't take bribe. He doesn't take... I told them, this man is not... What happened? What happened later? That was the worst that ever happened to Nigeria. That 8 years was the most horrendous 8 years of this country, that country. It took us back 25, 30 years. What it took us 25, 30 years backwards.
If Tinubu is doing right now, if we are being honest, they are feeding people with propaganda, lies, and all of that. Now,
look at everybody in that administration should be in jail, from Malami to the one that brought Nigerian Air. to the CBN governor, to all of them. They should be in jail. They ruined that country, they ruined Nigeria. This guy took my Nigerian to recession 6 months after he resumed office. 6 months, Nigeria for the biggest economy to recession. That's the legacy of Buhari. And as a military man, I remember as a kid, there was a time when we had essential commodities. It was the same Buhari took Nigeria to recession. Nigerians are paying for bread and sugar. Tinubu packaged him and Nigeria forgot and still voted for this man. So Nigerians have two options. Either they allow this regime to stay or bring P2B. I'm not saying P2B is the same. Chowore, yes, is my man, but he doesn't have the latitude. This guy has the latitude. This is the only man that can pull people. So if they think P2B is weak because he's quiet, I don't think they know who that man is. Wow. He will systematically disseminate and assemble all those structures. Trust me, Mayegu.
Right. It's up to them. Like you said, they have 2 options, or maybe more. We'll see. Time will tell. Thank you so much, C. I'll take this. Hello there.
Hello.
Hello, sir. How are you, Baba?
Hello, Mayegu. Good evening.
Good evening.
I know, I just want to speak 2 things. Please. First of all, I want to speak on, yesterday, I think some people misunderstood where I was coming from based on the choosing testimony. Yeah. I don't go to church, Mayegu. I don't believe in those things. That is madness. Our former tenant, when I went back to Nigeria, I saw him. He's already a madman because he's a lost choosing member. If you listen to that woman very well, you will listen. You do what I was saying. God of my pastor, God of my pastor. You know what she was trying to explain is madness. You know, but why I use that is that the type of how the Fulanis operate. That those people that will go and kill people that are in their bed sleeping at middle of the night. Those people that will come at the market. That's what I'm trying to. That's where I'm going to that yesterday. So they can't fight. They always come and steal. I know. So, but for the woman to say, but that thing is bullshit. She's mad. For even dragging somebody with gun is madness already. Because that one guy in South Africa, I'm choosing. Who are you? That one guy got killed because of that thing in Africa last year. You know, so that's where I'm going to. The Fulanis, they can't come out and face Nigerians. They can't come out and face the indigenous people of Nigeria. That's why they are going at night. They are going at marketplaces. They are going to the churches. Soft targets. Yes, they can't come out and fight. If they want to take over Nigeria, as they said that Nigeria belongs to them, is their estate for their forefather gave to them, which is Usman and Fudu. They should come outside and fight for it. Exactly. You 2 hours and drive what belongs to you.
Starting from February, get ready. If we defeat you, we take over your
yes.
If you defeat us, we'll fight you.
Yes.
But they won't do that. No.
Yes.
They have to plot.
They won't do it.
They have to,
And they made a very serious, very big mistake by thinking that they've implanted their people in politics, in army, in everywhere. They cannot come out. If you remember, during before Buhari, they were like Hausa Fulani. During Buhari, even this Bauchi governor that was making mad that Tinubu called him a terrorist, and he was coming out to say he's not. Yeah. You saw him, they were all coming with their side bag with Fulani color. All their speeches during Buhari time, they were all coming out. But Nigeria is too big for these people to do such thing. That's why they are picking people. They are taking people from small places, vulnerable people that someone that will kill a baby, 2-year-old baby with machete. So you can't fight. So that one apart. Number 2 is Wike.
Right.
I pity Wike. I repeat, if I'm Wike or maybe his children or his wife, I will tell him to go in to take fire, go and beg Fubara behind. Call him, it's your boy.
call him because this is the second chance now, the last chance Wike is having now, so that they can fight for their what belongs to them. So Wike can still be there. For me, in the coming month, there's nothing in politics. Wike will go off. He will just go away like a smoke. If you see him, the way he's talking, where he's going, and this man that
to have a face-off with Tinubu. Not even Tinubu can tell him his mind on this issue. Everybody should stay away. We agree to work with you.
And Tinubu don't
tell us how to do our things. You know?
Yes, exactly. And Tinubu's pattern, nobody challenges Tinubu.
No, nobody.
He always like to be the boss. So in coming weeks now, in coming months now, Wike will be a gun story. He will be former. And in Rivers State, he will be former. And then another thing, those men that are following Wike, all those grown up, I said it before in your program last year, that Amefule, all those men, I don't know, they are stupid. Sorry for using this word. I don't know how a grown up man will be following one man.
And now,
did he use voodoo on them?
They have no other option. They have no other thing. Without him, you will not even know all these people. You would never know that.
Yeah.
Without Wike.
Then finally.
Then so much like, I think.
Then finally, Mayegu, I hope these people, they're all listening to your program. They're listening to your program 100%. Wike, I'm talking to Wike now. Wike, take those money you stole and enjoy your life and treat yourself. Pay your medical bills till God calls you. All those things that you're planning with your money, you cannot get it. Federal government is federal government. Go and sleep. Your political time has gone. Thank you, Mayegu.
God bless you. You have a good evening, sir. All right? And I think I have another question as well. This one is like +234. Is this from Nigeria?
Mayegu Baba.
Baba.
This is Big Mo on the line. Compliments of the season.
Compliments. So, same to you. How you doing, Baba?
We thank God. How is everything?
Well, we're surviving, you know. We're still here.
Your family, everybody.
We thank God, though.
The UK. I just said, I never talked to my own this year. May I even just call him? May I greet him? Because you know what it surprised me with all this, with this show, since when all the shows started. You know, I give Wike, you know, people believe he's a maestro, he's all these kind of things. I don't know how he played himself into this thing. I mean, it's all these things, you know, all these things where I even see the way you even do the analysis. It's clear as day. I don't know whether maybe because of, you know, when you're like the juggernaut or something, they think, okay, it's not possible. Nothing can happen. Yeah. Because I can't explain to you how Wike did not see what is going through now.
That's what I'm thinking too, right? That's why I actually laid it bare so that I'm not having this analysis with.
I don't know what they worry Nigerians.
That okay,
both the ones on top, the ones below. I really don't understand. I really don't understand because it's clear as day.
Governor, give Tinubu waiting he wants. He can tell boldly say, "Oh, I now have 30 governors, 30 states." What Wike is doing is to disrupt that.
And thank God you said you grew up partially in Lagos now.
I did.
If you are aware of Tinubu, everybody knows his style. Even this tax where everybody they make noise about. Till tomorrow, I grew up in Lagos. Till tomorrow, I cannot tell you say I still pay tax for some of my properties.
God bless.
I can't tell you say this is the meaning of the tax or that's the meaning of that. But it will come with Lagos State letterhead. Before you know it, if you want to do gra, you will see court order from Ikoyi High Court.
Like you have no idea.
So you now start calculating. Should I fight this?
Go on.
I mean, you know, everybody keep asking us, so what's this tax bill matter? I just keep asking. See, you cannot understand Tinubu's tax. Understand it. Come to him. That's the one he understands. However, they figure it. I mean, see the officials in government, everybody they contradict their states. Everybody is contradicting themselves. Them themselves they don't understand. So maybe for Nigerians that have been abroad, but I mean, some of these things are quite clear.
Should be
what was going to turn out. The moment Wike introduces a man to Tinubu, what did you think could have happened? In fact, I even Tinubu will look at Wike with small eye of.
You are this stupid.
I don't want to do him anyhow. You don't want to do him anyhow the way we are calculating that he would do. If not,
Wike would have been more powerful if he didn't take appointment from Tinubu and nominated somebody. Do you know Tinubu would have respected him more? Sha? Or you never think of that? No. Sorry about that. I mean, I think the network from Nigeria is quite, something. Because the entire existence of Wile Wike depends on how Gbajabiamila feels. If Gbajabiamila and others feels tomorrow that, you know what, this guy has become a baggage rather than an asset, yeah, they will just discard him. One announcement, the FCT minister has been replaced. First thing, they will demote him. If he still didn't get the message to resign and leave, the next thing is that they will sack him. He will just read about his sack on Bayo Ononuga's Twitter. Now Bayo Ononuga will announce that Wike has been sacked. First, they will demote him from that Abuja Gragra to Adiola.
Ekaleo.
How are you, Baba? Good evening.
I'm very well.
Adiola. I don't know. I think something is practically wrong with the line, and I don't think you're actually going to be them. Probably it's me. Sorry about that poor connection. Now that caller is back on the line. Adiola, try again, okay? Hello. Can you hear me, Baba?
I'm back. They tried to cut my call. I don't know. You're supposed to ask UK because
right.
I don't think it's from here. So anyway, I don't even know where I don't even know where I stopped. But the thing where
I said, do you not think that Wike would have been more powerful if he didn't take appointment from Tinubu and nominated somebody now than taking appointment from Tinubu and then ready to go on coalition course with Tinubu?
Now, let me even further dissect what you just said.
Right.
If he didn't take appointment with Tinubu, but let's say they are allies, Tinubu will still plant his people and find out how to go to his roots. That's why I told you that I said Tinubu, I give it to him. He likes loyalty. If you can be loyal 100%. And for example, let me give you an example of loyalty that is happening in real time now. Minister of Finance. Wale Idons, he went and he said the opposite of what Mr. President went to present.
Yeah.
Typically, even if it was Buhari now, they could have just found a way to just say, make this one resign. But they just say, okay, let me suspend you a bit. Just maybe go and take small holiday. You didn't see that the king gave him one so-called nomination. We don't know whether that was an AI. He gave him one medal or something like that.
Right.
That's Wale Idon now. Wale Idon, Abi Wale Idon.
Wale Idon. Abi Wale Idon rather.
Wale Idon, as we call him on the platform. So I give it to Tinubu. It's small because typically you could have said, see, go and rest and then put on that person. But he just told you, okay, you know what? Just go. If I say the things are too much in your head, relax.
Go and take some break.
So that's what I'm hoping will happen to Wike. But this All this, and believe you me, is Fubara that is on top now, whether he wants to believe it or not. That's the truth of the matter. Because, I mean, if Fubara can go and sit Tinubu now on his own, why do you, okay, let's assume now, for me to call this platform, I need to maybe know one of the juggernauts of this our platform to see you. See, now they call you directly. So what do I need them?
So you don't need any middleman or anything at all.
I mean, is that not quite clear?
Another thing again about Tinubu, and as well as their APC political structure, the way they have kind of programmed it. Lagos money, Rivers money, and
exactly
Abuja's money, which is the federal government money.
No, they bring up all of them from there. Come keep up
you have it in your camp. You don't have to worry about anything again. And the only person that can sign out anymore in Rivers State is Fubara, except if they impeach before May.
So I mean, Fubara wasn't there, and they were signing out money. Talking less of when he was seated there. I mean, up to now, the Admiral has not come to explain. Which I don't even know why people were calling Admiral to come and explain, because they tell you, say, House of National Assembly, they are the ones that will supervise what he's doing. There were videos of them bringing directives for him from Abuja. I can't wonder why people they call ask him instead of see the people where he's supposed to. Well, you know, say Nigeria safe when I phone you go for life.
Let me just see if I can take.
I'm telling okay. With the wait, we'll see how this ADC go.
No, they are like going to eat momentum, right? By the end of this month, and I mean, they too will begin to receive people, right? Potting, and then they will build their momentum from there because they need to organize their own parties at least by June.
You don't say the last time we spoke about it, let them not say we are faster than our shadow.
Right.
Because even if it's video game, I don't see how this thing is going to work. Talking of real life. But we'll wait and remember that time you said we should wait and see.
We shall see, exactly.
So now too, let's wait and see, my good.
I mean, we are closer now than we were last year. So it's all happening already. I mean, it's happening.
It's happening, yes. Yeah. So now they said they've opened, you can start campaigning now. Everything they have changed the law,
but you can see them doing it already. Anyway, Wike is already.
They said they've changed the law. They changed the law from February now. They can start out their campaign. So we'll see how the thing will play out. Let's see.
Anyway,
I hope we will not come and say I don't know how they did not see this.
Well, anyway, Baba, thank you so much. Please, have a good evening.
All right now.
Nice
good night.
Thank you so much. Now that's a chart, you'll say. Now, a quick reminder, by the way, to the rest of us who are still here. We're rounding up in a minute or two, okay? If you haven't liked the broadcast, please do. Okay, share it if you haven't as well. And subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this kind of conversation, because that's what we do most of the time when we appear on your screen, right? In the Temple of Truth. Thank you so much, everyone. I think we should call it a night. It's been a wonderful one. And I hope you are going to join me next time. All right? So enjoy the rest of your evening or night. Good night. Udaro.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Bó bá ṣe é àní Mayegun máa wí. lọ́rọ̀ Máyégún. Máyégún Diary na ibi number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Máyégún Diary na ibi number one. Àní Máyégún làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Máyégún Diary na ibi number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Ayé. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Kì máa yí ṣeré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣeré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni. Mo fọlọ́hún ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni. Ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni. Ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́. Ó ti dọba lórí abínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà. Àìsíwọ̀lú ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o. Ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.